Aloha and mahalo for joining me. I'm Janet and welcome to my channel. I hope you find great value here. And today I wanted to talk about your daily self-care routine. So in the video I did before, I talked about the importance of having, a daily self-care routine and things like that. But I want to do a self-care, like a series where we can talk about like the strategies to prioritize your self-care even when life gets busy. It's something that I think a lot of women, they really tend to say, yeah, later, I'll do that later. And I mention that a lot in my videos because working with a lot of women, you find that that's what they say a lot. It's like, oh, yeah, later, I'm too busy, or, everyone else comes first. But I want to talk about some of the little things that you can do to make it easy to have a daily self-care routine. So let's get started with that. And the benefits of a self-care routine are like endless. You can't even imagine how many pages, if you were to write it down about the benefits, you would be able to fill up many, many pages of the benefits. You have benefits of like feeling better physically, feeling better mentally, feeling better emotionally, feeling better spiritually, being happier, treating your family better, enjoying life. If you have health issues, sometimes your health issues will start to get better and improve. So these are just some of the endless amount of benefits that you can receive. So take the time to actually write down what benefit that you're looking for if you were to create your own self-care routine. Okay, how to make time for your self-care when you feel like you don't have any time. So when you're feeling overwhelmed and you're lacking time, if that's what you feel, it's important to really assess your priorities. So take a step back and just take a look at how you evaluate how you're spending your time, or evaluate how you're spending your time. And are there like any activities that can be delegated, deleted, eliminated, to be able to create space for your self-care? And, that's like really hard to do, I think, because all the things that we have on our list, we always feel like it's so important. And it's hard to really eliminate anything when you feel like everything matters. Okay, but by just making a list and identifying your priorities, you'll be able to really make intentional choices and to allocate time for self-care. Now, I'm not saying any of this is easy, but it is important. And as you do it, the more and more you do it, it will get easier. Okay, how to find the time for your self-care. Okay, so finding time can be really challenging, but it is crucial for maintaining your well-being. And I speak from experience. All the things that I talk about is all the things that I've done and gone through and that I still do. Because I find like if I stop taking care of myself, or I don't take the time to just rest and chill out, like I start feeling really exhausted and drained and start, getting a little frustrated. And that can be really, really hard when you get to that point. So hopefully if you put these self-care practices into practice, or these self-care routines, it'll get easier and you'll find that you have less stress and people like being around you a little bit more. But in order to find the time, you have to really take a really serious look at your day. And, a lot of people tend to pack their days. I don't like to pack my days because it just stresses me out. But you really have to figure out, okay, what do I do from the moment you wake up in the morning to the time that you go to sleep? There's always moments in between that you have that you can do to, take the time to do something to take care of yourself. Now, I tend to take care of myself in the evening because that's when the house is quiet and I can just focus on the things that I need to do or the things that I like to do that will help me take care of myself. So you have to figure out what time would be best for you. Also, another thing is about setting boundaries. A lot of women, I think, really have boundary issues where everybody else's needs and demands comes first instead of just saying, nope, I'm sorry at this time, I'm busy. Not busy, that's not really a good word. At this specific time, I'm going to be taking care of myself. So if you have something that's urgent, well, try to see if somebody else can help you, or if there's no blood or fire or flood, then I'm pretty sure it can wait. And, take that time to really set those boundaries. Okay, also break it down. What kind of self-care routine do you want to have? What do you feel like you want to do for yourself? Break it down. What does it involve? How much time is it going to take? Is it going to take any money? What is it that it's involved? That is involved. It's hard to eliminate things too in your life. I find that, at a certain point when you do certain things for years and years and years, you feel like all of it's really important because you've been doing it for such a long period of time. So think about those things. Okay, what's not important even though you feel it's important. Okay, and be flexible. Be open to adjusting your schedule. Be open to delegating things that you really don't need to do. Maybe you need to reorganize things, maybe you need to get help. Okay, and self-care needs will always change as time goes on and as you get older. That's what I've discovered. As I get older, my self-care needs have changed a lot. But that's okay. That's life, right? We get older, things change, our bodies change. And you got to do what you got to do. You got to make changes as time moves. So just remember that finding time for self-care is crucial for your overall well-being. And it's not selfish. Don't ever use that word selfish, because those women who use that word selfish, meaning they feel taking care of themselves or self-care is being selfish, they're the ones that usually end up getting really, really sick and just become really unhappy in their lives. Okay, so take small steps, experiment with different things, experiment with different times, try different things. Basically, is what I'm asking you is just to be open. Be open to self-care and what's available and what's possible for you. Okay, you will definitely reap all the benefits after you make the time to take care of yourself, because you don't want to be at that point in your life where you're forced to, because you get sick or you get a disease or something happens or you get a really bad illness that lasts for months and months. You really want to be able to be proactive and take the steps now. Okay, you can do this. All right. Why self-care planning and scheduling is important? Because, well, if you don't plan it and schedule it, it won't happen. And that's what I hear a lot from a lot of women. And I know for me, I decided many, many, many years ago that in the evening is going to be the time that I take care of myself. So I already have it in stone. Like, it's written in stone. That's where I take care of myself. And, I do the things that are important to me. Okay, like I take a shower at night and I do all of those things. But for you, you have to really dig deep. You really have to dig deep. and know that your self-care is vital. Okay, it's important. I'm going to keep talking and repeating myself that you have worth and value, and taking care of yourself is vital and important. All right, so here are some of the benefits that I had mentioned earlier. So here's some 10 benefits of self-care. Okay, reduce stress, improve mental health, increase productivity, enhance physical health, a better relationship and better relationships with those in your life, improve self-esteem, because when you start caring for yourself, you start to feel better, and you start to feel better about your own being, your whole being. Okay, you can have enhanced resilience. Who wouldn't want that? Okay, you can also benefit from increased creativity. You could also benefit from enhanced problem-solving skills. There's always problems to be solved, so who knows? You might benefit with problem-solving skills to be enhanced, and you'll get probably better ideas as well. And just an overall well-being, and that's what we want. We want to have that overall sense of well-being and not feel like we're sick all the time, and we don't want to feel like we're just having life pull us here and there and everywhere. We want to be able to have life be joyous, and we want to be able to really have happiness and feel like we have that freedom and ability and health to live our life and do all the things that we dream about. That's what I talk about a lot, is just doing the things that we dream about and taking care of ourselves and feeling like you have worth. So if these are some of the things that you struggle with, I really encourage you to take a look at your self-care and look at some of these benefits. Do you need and want any of these things? Because I want these things, and I work at it every day. Every day is a work in progress. And I want to thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe to this channel, and I hope that you find value in the things that I'm sharing, because I want to be here to help you with your health and your wellness and your well-being and your self-care. Because I can really say that taking care of myself every night, just about every night, for, I don't know, since I was a teenager, I think, really paid off. You know, I feel like I'm in a good place. I mean, you know, I do get sick and things like that, and I do have things in my health that my doctor wants me to keep an eye on, but for the most part, I try to take care of myself. So I want to be an example for you that it's never too late. If you haven't taken care of yourself for years, now is the time to start. And you can do this. You have worth and value. All right. You have a great day and take care. Aloha.